I wanted to do a real quick share on how I'm making dangles for my Valentine's journal that I'm making with Natalie's group, Facebook group, Line Dot Arrow. I'll show you. Here is my book, and here is my dangle. I'm not going to walk through the book right now. I'll do that later. I'm not really completely finished with it, but I for the first time, I'm using elastic in this journal, and this is the elastic cord. So I wanted to keep it very light, and there are some tiny wood pieces, and the rest is paper, just heavy cardstock or chipboard paper, and I wanted to just do a quick show of that. I went to the $1.25 tree. It's no longer the Dollar Tree, and I was looking for small Valentine hearts and couldn't find any, except I found these. I guess they're for they're picks for party food, and I found that if I wiggled this, pulled hard enough, I could pull them right off, and I could then thread them onto my elastic cord for my dangle. They have lots and lots of really cool wood things there, I think. I bought some roses. I don't know when I'll use those. I bought hearts like this, and hearts like this. And then I bought, and I'm really not in a Valentine mood, but I couldn't resist buying this. If this one's broken, I can fix that. I don't remember if it was broken at the store or not. I discovered it at home. It's not a big deal. And then, of course, they have Easter out, so I quickly picked up some Easter eggs and bunnies. And this technique that I'm using can be used for all of these wood pieces. In fact, it's my favorite way to do for the wood pieces. I've done stars, butterflies, and what was the other thing I did? Gingerbread men and mason jars. Anyway, I use paper to decorate mine. I had a scrap piece of Natalie's digital kit, and by the way, I did use her one that she's offering on her Ko-fi site, that you can give her money for it, but it is free. If you wanted to go there and get it for free, you could just put 0 in the amount area and you can download it for free. I always like to give some money to the artists for their digitals, so I usually make up for it in one way or another. They often give them free on their if you're in their groups too. There's free digitals in the group that you could use, and she's running a group challenge, and if you post what you're making and you're using her pieces, you get so many entries for using her kit, which she has on her Etsy, and I'll put the links at the bottom of this video. But anyway, I was, like I said, I wasn't even going to do anything for Valentine's Day, but then I just decided I would play with Natalie's kit and go along with. I enjoy watching Natalie and listening to her and playing with her digitals. What I did is I didn't have any new small wood pieces. I had some old ones that I decided I would recycle them. I didn't really like what they were on. So you can see this is a piece of Natalie's digital, and I've put these on here. Now what I will do is I will fussy cut these out. These that are still blank on this side, I'll glue them onto another piece. Same thing with this. Right now this is a big thing. There's a lot of videos out there showing you how to make your own charms instead of buying them. I like buying charms and using charms, but this is fun too. I'm just showing here how easy this is. And oh, you could do this too if you have napkins that have the colors that you like. You use your napkins to do this. As you can see, I've just torn around there. And to get a cleaner edge, I use, this is for sharpening pencils actually, for drawing. It's a sanding, but you can use any kind of a sanding block or an emery board, a nail file. This Christmas I went to a store to buy some stocking stuffers, and it was a store that sold perfume, nail polishes, makeup, what have you, and I asked the sales girls, 2 different ones, if they could show me where the emery boards were. Neither girl knew what an emery board was, and I was rather taken back by that. I find it hard to believe that someone who's working in that kind of a store isn't familiar with an emery board, and also I'm just kind of shocked that a girl wouldn't know what a emery board is. But I guess they just refer to them as nail files. I don't know. I always think of a nail file as something metal and kind of harsh, which you can see my nails need a lot of work. I was using some, I can't even think what it's called now. Not white paint, but I was painting over these to cover up the old things on there. So anyway, here is a little bit of one of the hearts, and I like that look. And you can always take ink, and let's see if I don't have an ink or the right color here. I don't think there's much ink on this, but you can go around the edges then with ink, and there you go. Now what I would do, I also have a drill. I would drill holes in here, either side by side, up here and down here, just one hole. It depends on what kind of a dangle or charm I'm making. You can then take some kind of something like this diamond glaze if you want a shiny effect, or you could use Mod Podge, glossy, something glossy over it if you like that glossy look. This is wood. These are just pieces of paper that I just kept gluing, like cardstock, scrap pieces of cardstock. It doesn't tear around the cardstock quite as easy as it does the wood. And as you can see, I tore some of that. So that's really, I normally, like I said, I would cut these out, not tear them out. But anyway, this is one way that you could do these. And you could just take another piece of scrap paper and glue it onto the spot there where I tore the paper, tore the edge. In fact, I had somewhere around here, there's a little red heart that came off of something else. And so you could, this wouldn't cover it, but you could glue something else on top of it. You could glue another pattern or design or something and trim that off. It's not a big deal. But anyway, this is how I made these dangles. I used Natalie's, her tiny little mini tags that she makes. That's usually on her cover pages. I cut those out. I would have liked to have had a hole punch that was even smaller, but then to get the cord through, it can't be too small. Anyway, this is my dangle for the journal, And as I said, I'm not finished, so I'll do a walkthrough of that another time. But this is an easy, inexpensive way to make charms for your journals, if you'd like to. This is sliding down, so I'm probably going to put a little bit of glue on the wooden ones that I added, because the hole in there is bigger. The paper, the way I've threaded it through the paper, they kind of grab on, but I did not knot. You could knot in between each charm too, if you'd like. Anyway, I'll be back later or another time with this to show my journal. I just wanted to share with you a quick way of making some charms for your Valentine's makes, your tags or your journals. That's it. Be back later.